And so I'm just kind of laying the groundwork. I actually feel kind of good. I just started to perspire. By now, I'm usually hollering and screaming and spitting on everybody. But just give me one more night, and that's what we're going to do. Let's go to verse 22. Jesus says to her, the true worshipers will worship in what? Spirit and in truth. Now, there's another way to look at this. You could either worship the church in spirit, or you can worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. See, God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him what? In spirit and truth. And so many of our churches have a lot of spirit, but they're denying the truth. Do you know that if you deny anything in the Bible, you are a heretic? Did you know that? That if God specifically says the day comes when the sun come up or when the sun goes down, if God says whatever he says and that's what it is, and you say, nah, I don't care nothing about that, then you're denying Jesus. And that is at the root of the issues that we have. And that's what I have on the screen. Lately there's been a lot of spirit, but not a whole lot of truth. And here's what God says: worshiping in spirit and in truth creates what? Joy. There's a whole lot of miserable people. I'm in this office every day, and I see people looking angry, upset, bitter, tired, frustrated, and they talk on their phone so loud. I know everybody's business from here down there to Bennett and all the way. I know everybody's because they talk so loud. People are trying to find joy outside of obeying God. And I want to share with you that that doesn't work. Now, the question is, I was talking to a young man earlier, and his big issue was that you know, man, church, man, they just, man, there's so much hustle, there's so much drama, there's so much backbiting, all this stuff is going on. Why would I go to a church? And I simply said to him, if that's the way you see it, you haven't been to church yet. You know, the ones that get all the press are the ones that are not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, now that sounds like I'm hating. Yes, I am. Because anything against God, I'm against. Anything God is for, I'm for. And if we say we believe in God, that's the way we ought to be. If God is for it, I'm for it. If he love it, I love it. If he hate it, I hate it. But we can't have the world and have God and say that we love God. It's a lie. Oh, have mercy. The question is there a place where someone broken and someone with defects and someone who is bent and messed up, is there a place where they can go and be treated like everybody else? And I say, yes, there is. It's called Ethnon Temple. Is there a place where somebody says, I can't make a decision right now. I can't be a part of nothing. Can I just sit here? I know it smells like alcohol. I know that I got all kind of issues. I know that without my medication, it may get turned up in here without my meds. But can I just come in? Is there a place where the sanctuary can be a place of peace and rest for me? And I say, yes, there's a place. Is there a place where people who have different cultures and they have different backgrounds and they may not understand a lot of things, is there a place where we'll wait for you to understand? Yeah, there's a place. It's called Ethnon. You know, as a matter of fact, if you bump into somebody that talk crazy to you, that's one of them people we waiting on. Don't get upset. They're going through just like you going through. Is there a place where we can teach you what the Bible says about how to take care of yourself and heal yourself? Many other things that we are paying all this money for if we just simply do some basic things. I mean, easy things. If we do some simple things, God has already put in the ground what will heal you, and they could tell you exactly what it is without charging you and without taking you through a whole bunch of drama. Is there a place where you can get that? Oh, yes. There's a As a matter of fact, there's no other church in the world that turns marriages around like this church. There's no church in the world. You know, people come in on an average at one education level, and by the time they get really into it, their education goes way up because we believe in educating people. You know, some people say knowledge is power, so they don't want you to have none. You know, they say, I'll do it for you, but I ain't going to show you how to do it. No, not here. We turn out soldiers all the time. You know, as a matter of fact, we're so good at it, people don't even recognize them when they see them on the street. I mean, they have had a total makeover. Where the skin was rough, where the clothes were kind of, questionable, and where the attitude was a little, you know how it is. You know, some people, I'm black and I cross the street when I see some people. Can I tell the truth tonight? You know, some folk look like they're going through some things that I don't want to get involved in, and I get on the other side. Oh, y'all don't want to tell the truth. You've been sitting in the parking lot and hit lock on your door. Nope. I will not be a victim of crime tonight. But is there a place that knows how to turn it around? You're in the right place. You're in the right place. As a matter of fact, on tomorrow night, there's going to be something so powerful that you are going to tell all your friends about it. On tomorrow night, there is a lesson called She Chose Her Man Over Me. Now we have a thing for kids to do over there, because we're going to get into some deep stuff tomorrow night. We're going to talk about what happens, why we are in this cycle where so many of our young men end up in jail or in the grave